PS2 had some amazing AAA games, but also had some amazing hidden gems. Did you play any of these games? The PlayStation 2 is the best-selling console of all time, and it's mainly because of its huge library of excellent games. But because there were so many games to play, people didn't even know some of these games. I must say that I played all of these games, maybe not till the end, but to some extent, so I have a general idea of what they are about and how to play them. And before moving on, I want to invite you to my stream Monday, Wednesdays and Friday, where we just talk, watch and of course play video games. I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below. Okay, let's dust off our PlayStation 2 and see these hidden gems. Ah, come on! Here we go! Shadow of Rome. This game is the beginning of the 3D hack-slash brawler games like Dead Rising. In fact, Dead Rising was originally the sequel for Shadow of Rome, but the low sales make the production change the whole concept of this game. The game has two main mechanics. The first one is the stealth and infiltration part led by Octavianus, navigating through buildings and different rooms, knocking down enemies and using disguise to pass guards and gather information of the murder of Julius Caesar. The second mechanic is the fun one, taking the role of Agrippa the Centurion. His father is accused of murdering Julius Caesar, and his only way to save him is participate in the gladiator tournament. The gladiator part of the game has some very interesting mechanics, like grabbing everything in your surrounding to battle the enemies and even asking the crowd for help. The game was developed and published by Capcom and then later changed the whole concept of the game for Dead Rising. Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven. The Tenchu series is an action-adventure stealth game. There are two playable characters from the start, Ayame and Rikimaru, with different plots depending on which you pick for starting the game. In a quest to prevent the evil wizard Tenrai from obtaining the jewels of Heaven, Earth and Virtue and destroy the world. The game was developed by Capcom and published by Activision in the US and Europe. And hear this, the game was published in Japan by none other than From Software, then later bought the rights of the Tenchu franchise. Originally Game of the Year 2019, Sekiro Shadow Die Twice was supposed to be a Tenchu series game, but then they discarded the idea and started the new IP. The only way to play this game for the moment is owning a PS2 and having the game, so tough luck for those who want to play the game. Zone of Enders. Even know this game mainly because it's one of the few side projects Hideo Kojima had in Konami. COE is a third-person shooter and hack and slash based around mecha combat in outer space. Over the course of the game, the player gets new weapons and must defend some towns from enemies using your orbital frame called Yehudi. We can see the Metal Gear influence on some of the characters' designs, especially in the mechas, as they are very similar of what we saw on Metal Gear Solid. If you want to play this game, there's an HD collection for the PlayStation 3. Also, the direct sequel of this game called Zone of Enders, the second runner, is able for PlayStation VR and PlayStation 4.
Damage to the surroundings increasing due to battle.
Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly.
Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. Also known as Project Zero 2, it's a survival horror game set in the fictional Minakami region of Japan. The game starts when the Amakura twins visit their favorite childhood play spot, and Mayu follow a mysterious red butterfly deep into the woods. Mio, of course, follow her sister where they found an abandoned village. At first, Mio thought the village was deserted, but she rapidly learned it's not. It's full of the tortured souls of the villagers. As they make their way through the village to know its secrets, they had to use an enchanted camera to free the souls of the dead. Tecmo was in charge of the development of the game, and they had to create a more compelling story than the first one, mainly because many players were just too scared to finish the first game. The game was launched for PlayStation 2 and has a remake version for the Nintendo Wii if you're interested in playing the game.
Quieta.
13 is a first-person shooter based on the 1984 Belgian graphic novel series of the same name. The main story focuses on an amnesic man who searches for his identity after being found on a beach. Of course, things escalated quickly and he found himself in a conspiracy to overthrow the government. As I said before, it's a first-person shooter with an action and stealth mechanic, and the art style give it a very particular and unique vibe. Ubisoft developed and published the original game, and they're working on a remake right now, preparing to launch on November 2020.
Talk. Yeah? Not a good time. Tell the Mongols we spotted the target. I'll report back when it's done. He's allowed with advances.
Fahrenheit, known as Indigo Prophecy in North America, is an action-adventure game developed by Quantic Dream. A possessed Lucas Kane stabs a man to death in the restroom of a diner and flees the scene. This is how Fahrenheit's story starts, and Lucas needs to solve this mystery while being chased by the police. Every decisions make an impact on the story and in Lucas' mental health, and if it deteriorates enough, it's game over. This game is the precursor of games like Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human. So if you enjoy playing any of those games, I think you will enjoy Fahrenheit. There is a remastered version for the PlayStation 4.
Quick. I've got to get out of here before somebody comes in here.
Sometimes it's hard to be able to play these games right now because, well, not everyone has a PS2, but if you have a chance to play any of these games, please do. I think you're really gonna enjoy them. Also, remember to like and subscribe, and please use the comment section below to write me if you did play some of these games or if there's any other hidden gem I should check out. Stay tuned for more videos and see you next time. Oh, I see him. I think he's in the last. Alright, I think he's. Don't fall. If I can stay here, I think I can win. Yeah. He's running out of tiles, of blue tiles. No!